After 3 years of development and 2 years of extensive redevelopment, Tivoli Gardens, the historic amusement park in the heart of Copenhagen, has announced the official opening date for its new Japanese-inspired area, Hikari. Meaning light in Japanese, Hikari will officially open on 15 August, the 183rd anniversary of Tivoli Gardens. A special program will mark the occasion, featuring a concert by Swedish singer Lisa Nilsson, the Tivoli Youth Guard's anniversary parade through central Copenhagen, highlights from La Boheme in the Tivoli Concert Hall, a performance of the ballet La Sylphide, and a spectacular anniversary fireworks display.
In here, and it all started because, well, this area really needed some loving care, and that was simply because Tivoli has so many visitors. So you could say it had just worn out, and we sat down with a blank sheet of paper. How do we turn this into a new attractive spot in Tivoli, one that can captivate and delight Tivoli's guests? There is one fundamental thing about this area that really stands out, and that is it takes the shape of a street first and foremost. But it also has one of our most popular rides sitting right above it, namely the Demons. So it's the street beneath the Demon that has really shaped what we've created down here. The only street in the whole world with a coaster looping overhead, not just once but twice. We agreed with ourselves pretty quickly. Like I said, the page was blank. What do you actually build down here? It's been many things over the years. Most recently it was Asia. We quickly agreed among ourselves that it made sense to create our own interpretation of a Japanese-inspired street. A street where Japan meets Copenhagen meets Tivoli. And that made sense partly because it sits right next to a beautiful Japanese garden just on the other side. And we also have the Japanese pagoda out there. So yeah, that's where we started. And then we landed on the name Hikari, which in Japanese means light. So this is the new light of Tivoli. And that also brings me to say, right at the start, that what's been truly special about developing this street has been a deep respect for the task we're taking on here, creating this interpretation. What does a Japanese-inspired street actually look like right here in the middle of Tivoli? Respect for the details, a respect for the craftsmanship behind so many of these things. It's a respect for the culture that lives both in Japan and here in Tivoli, but also a huge recognition of the disciplines Tivoli has stood on for 183 years. So our rights, our talented gardeners who create such a beautiful garden atmosphere in Tivoli, they are also at play down here. Our lighting design and our ability to design and set the scene, all these forces have joined together with our skilled advisors when it comes to shaping the street. As Torben said, there are 5 places to eat. 3 of them are run by Tivoli itself. For 2 of them, we brought in some skilled tenants to run them, who also have restaurants elsewhere in Copenhagen. We have 2 really exciting shops, one at each end of the street. And then we have 2 brand new rides. One of them, which I am standing in front of right now, a very modern haunted house. And it is kind of funny because we also have a very old haunted house up in the alley. So now it gets assisted. And then, of course, the Eye of the Typhoon, which is down there. Torben tried it last night, and you also sent me videos of it. Torben, I still have not tried it myself, but I think it really challenges your sense of balance. Just want to give a heads up to those of you who feel like trying it later. But it is really fun. Yes, this is a huge thing for Tivoli. It is probably the biggest investment in a new themed area that Tivoli has ever made. But also keeping in mind that Tivoli is thriving right now. We are expecting 4.3 million guests this year. These guests come in all shapes and sizes, and they also come from every nationality. So this street, it needs to entertain and embrace all of our many guests. So you need to keep that in mind too, or rather I want to ask you to keep that in mind as you walk through the street, trying to imagine how this looks when you are that tall. And how does this look when you are a grandmother out with your grandchildren here in Tivoli? We also designed this place so it would be a huge delight for those who have never visited Japan. But at the same time, we wanted people who are from Japan or who have traveled there many times to feel thrilled recognizing all sorts of references here. And those of you who hold Tivoli close to your heart, who know our history, our characters, our culture, will hopefully spot plenty of references too. Down here in the area, which very clearly shows that Hikari is in only one place, and that is in Tivoli. Now you are here. It is not raining today. It is actually a really beautiful morning, and we have been looking forward to showing you this place. It is a completely special experience to come in the evening as well, when it gets darker and the lights slowly begin to open up down here. There is a huge amount of work from Tivoli's lighting master, who is also standing over there, in terms of lighting this area. It has become a very, very atmospheric street in the evening, almost poetic, really. So now we are excited to say that this has been Tivoli's project until today. If you walk around and look, you might find a single wire here and there. We are not officially opening until Saturday, so we are just finishing the last things now. But there has already been what we have called a soft opening down here. We have probably had close to 50,000 guests through already, and we have of course done that to test the guest experience and make sure everything works as it should before we officially open on Saturday. But yes, now we are excited that until Saturday, this has been Tivoli's project for 5 years, and now it becomes the guests to embrace. It is only a home when someone moves into it, and that is what will happen on Saturday. A very warm welcome to Tivoli, and a very warm welcome especially to Hikari, and we are very excited right now.
Nej, 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 nej. Ej, 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 ej.
Thanks for watching Indiavision. Subscribe and be updated.